It is a significant shift in your daily life when you finally notice that the constant noise of other people's opinions has started to fade into the background. For a long time, you might have felt like a character in someone else's play, constantly adjusting your script to avoid conflict or to keep the peace with people who never truly had your best interests at heart. But recently, you've stopped looking for permission to be yourself, and that quiet change has sent a ripple through your entire social circle. People are starting to realize that the person they used to manipulate or confuse is no longer available for those games. It isn't that you've become someone they don't recognize. It's that you've finally become the version of yourself that doesn't need their approval to feel steady. This new sense of presence is the ultimate shield against the toxic dynamics that used to drain your energy, and it has placed you in a position where you are finally the one directing your own path. Watching the manipulators in your life struggle to find a new angle is one of the most eye-opening experiences you can have on this journey. They are used to a version of you that was easy to rattle, someone who would over-explain themselves or feel guilty the moment a boundary was set. Now, when they try to pull those old strings, they find that there is no tension left to work with because you've simply stopped caring about their manufactured drama. This lack of a reaction is what they are calling detached or unreachable. But in reality, it is just the sound of your own self, respect finally taking up the space it deserves. You've stayed classy by not descending into their level of pettiness, which has left them looking small and disorganized while you remain composed. It is a relatable form of victory that doesn't require a big announcement. The results are written in the sudden silence of the people who used to have so much to say about how you should live your life. There is a profound sense of relief that comes with realizing you don't have to win every argument to win the war for your own peace of mind. You've spent enough time in the trenches of toxic relationships to know that trying to reason with a dishonest person is a waste of your most valuable resource, your time. By choosing to step out of the cycle of confusion, you have effectively taken away the only tool a manipulator has, the ability to keep you off balance. Now, you move through your day with a grounded energy that tells everyone you meet that you are operating on a completely different set of rules. This independence is what makes you a strategist in your own right. Someone who understands that the best move is often the one that involves doing nothing at all. You are no longer a target for their games because you have become a person who is too focused on their own elevation to be bothered by the dust being kicked up at the bottom. If you look closely at the way people treat you now, you will see a level of caution that wasn't there before, as if they are suddenly aware that your patience has a very firm limit. This reputation for being hard or different is actually a massive compliment from people who are used to walking all over everyone they meet. You've replaced your old habit of people pleasing with a new habit of being effective. And the contrast is making everyone in your community rethink their approach to you. You are the same relatable individual you always were, but the weight of your character has increased because you are no longer willing to compromise your values for a temporary sense of belonging. This shift in the social hierarchy is the natural result of you finally putting your own needs first, and it has made you the most reliable and stable person in any room you enter. You have proven that you can be kind without being a doormat, and that balance is the rarest quality in the world today. The reality of your current situation is that you have become a mirror for everyone else's insecurities and lack of discipline. When you refuse to participate in the gossip or the fake emergencies that usually keep a group occupied, you are inadvertently forcing everyone else to look at their own behavior. This is why some people are reacting with a bit of edge or labeling you as cold. They are uncomfortable with the fact that they can no longer pull you back down into the mud with them. You've moved into a much larger role within your own life, taking back the authority you used to hand over to toxic bosses, relatives, or friends. This is a very grounded form of success that is built on the daily discipline of saying no to things that don't serve your growth. You are finally building a life that is entirely of your own making, and the people who are clashing over your new attitude are simply the ones who haven't figured out how to do the same for themselves. Think about the last time someone tried to guilt trip you and notice how quickly you were able to spot the tactic for exactly what it was. In the past, that move might have kept you up at night, but now you see it as a transparent attempt to regain control over a situation they've already lost. This clarity is your new superpower, and it's what allows you to stay grounded, even when the people around you are acting out. You have reached a stage where you can be classy and polite while still maintaining a distance that protects your internal world from being invaded. This strategist mindset is what has allowed you to survive the most toxic environments and come out the other side with your integrity completely intact. You are moving with a level of precision that makes you look like a veteran of the game, even if you are just now starting to realize how powerful you actually are. Most people spend their entire lives trying to be liked by everyone, but you have finally discovered that being respected by the right people is a much more valuable goal. The individuals who are currently guarding your reputation or calling you noble are the ones who have seen the receipts of your character and realize that you are the real deal. They are clashing with the manipulators because they have a personal interest in seeing a person like you succeed in a world that often rewards the loudest and the fakiest. You don't need to join the fight because your actions have already done the heavy lifting of proving your worth to those who have the eyes to see it. This is a very relatable form of elevation that comes to anyone who is willing to stay the course and keep their feet on the floor while everyone else is floating away in a cloud of their own ego. You have won the day by simply refusing to be anything other than authentic. Every time you choose to stay focused on your goals, instead of getting dragged into a petty dispute, you are adding another brick to the foundation of your new life. The people who call you cold are really just mourning the loss of their access to your energy. And that is a realization that should give you a deep sense of peace. You haven't lost anything. You've actually gained a level of freedom that most people will never experience because they are too afraid of what others will think of them. You stay classy by not engaging in the "I told you so" moments, even when you are proven right over and over again. Your results are your only message, and they are being delivered with a clarity that no words could ever match. You are the strategist who stayed quiet, and the reward for that silence is a life that is finally starting to look exactly the way you always hoped it would. Looking forward, you can see that the path ahead of you is much smoother now, that you've cleared out the people who were only there to slow you down. You have effectively hacked the social system by being the person who doesn't need a social system to feel valid. This grounded independence is the only way to truly protect yourself from the manipulation and the toxic dynamics that are so common in the average person's life today. You are the one they can't play because your eyes are wide open to the patterns of human behavior, and your heart is too well guarded to be broken by a lie. This self-mastery is the ultimate form of self-improvement, and it is what will keep you at the top of your game regardless of what the world throws at you next. You are moving into a future where your time is your own, and your reputation is a solid asset that nobody can touch. Ultimately, you have learned that the secret to being unshakable is to stop looking for external validation and start trusting your own internal compass. By staying grounded in your own truth and the classy way you handle your interactions, you have created a version of yourself that is absolutely undeniable to everyone around you.